Hi everyone, it's Dorothy Fitzer again. Welcome back to another mini lesson. Today I wanted to talk about feet. I started getting into it a little bit in our last video because a lot of you bring up the topic of grounding. And first of all, what's the main part of our body that connects and thus roots into the ground is our feet. The other thing is if we're not well balanced over our feet, it can give us a proprioceptive sense of lack of safety. Okay, so the more we can feel our weight feeding into our feet, the more balanced we'll feel, and the more our unconscious will feel safe in relationship to gravity. So one thing I want to point out is our feet did not evolve to walk on these artificially flat, smooth surfaces that we spend our days on, you know, in our houses, on the concrete sidewalk, everything. Our feet first evolved to hang in trees and cling under our mother's fur, and eventually, when we were walking upright, nature's not perfectly smooth and flat most of the time. Our feet evolved to walk on variable surfaces, to be able to articulate very elegantly, similar to our hands, and the structure is very similar. So I have a favorite little game I like to do with my clients and Tai Chi students. Okay, so stand up with me. Get rid of the chair. Put it to the side here as a prop. And I'd like you to stand with your feet a little more than hip distance apart and gently start to shift your weight from side to side. And we're going to keep our pelvis relatively level. Okay, for those of you who can remember, it's like a typewriter going back and forth. For those of you who are too young, look it up on the internet. So anyways, you're just shifting back and forth and you're just kind of carrying your tray from one side to the other. Now what I'd like you to begin to do is focus on putting the weight into one toe at a time. Okay, so the big toe is the one we can feel first, so let's practice most of the weight going into the big toe on one side and then the other. And keep doing that. When I say toe, I don't just mean the part after the webbing, I mean all the way up to about here, okay, because the toe still, these are still individuated all the way up into the arch. So think of this whole length right there, okay, from one side to the other, big toe to big toe. And now how familiar does this feel? If you tend to collapse in on your arches, this might feel very familiar. If you tend to fall outward, it might feel weird. It's okay. It's a righteous experiment. It's not to say it's how we should do it, but it's just inviting something new into the nervous system. And by feeding weight in, you're going to wake up the nerves and wake up how much you feel. Okay. Let's go to the other extreme. Now go from little toe to little toe. Okay? One of the bones of the little toe goes all the way up to about here. Okay, so feel that whole line along the outside of the foot. And no matter how odd this might feel, can you find something interesting or comfortable about it? Even if it's scary, we're just, for this moment, trying it out. Okay, how can you use your weight and gravity to feed the weight through that pinky toe, the whole length of it. Okay, now let's go to the toe from the second to the outside, the ring finger toe. Okay? It's okay if you can't feel it or find it. Just looking for it will be great for your nervous system. And to the ring finger toe, ring finger toe. Okay, you don't have to do it well, just be curious. Now let's shift to the middle finger toe. Okay, for me that wakes up the arch a bit, might do something different for you. Now let's shift to what's usually the kind of numbest for most people, and that's the pointer finger toe, the one next to the big toe. Okay. And if you can't feel it very well, or any of the toes, you can put your foot up someplace and kind of give it a good rub, a good massage, wake up the nerves, both on top and on the bottom. Go back to shifting. And notice, without judgment, which was your preferred toe? Which was your favorite toe to shift your weight to and from? What was your least favorite? No judgment, just awareness. Now, what would it be like to try to get the weight to go through all of the toes? All the toes on one side, all of the other. What if you could feel them getting really, really long as you fed weight through them? Jackrabbit feet. Feed weight long. Yeah. And then they could push away like giant jackrabbit feet. I'm feeling a little bit like Fred Astaire right now. It's nice. Okay. And then you can do that for as long as you want. And then notice just spontaneously, what are you choosing now? Might be different than before. And then to finish up, just kind of take it for a walk in your room and see if it's, I can't walk out of the picture frame, see if it's changed your walk at all, okay? Giving you this one because, again, it's great for balance, it's great for grounding, and also a lot of you like these videos because there's things you can do anytime, anywhere. My mom likes to do this one when she's standing in the supermarket checkout line. So enjoy, look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.